The photosynthesis on the gamma system on communication line signals are sending all divisions right now through my eye receptor visions. That's why I'm wearing these lenses. If I take them off, it's going to change the weather patterns through electronic interference. So it's understand how you use connectivity waving systems. So I have a cyclone division right now through magnetic force in the information system. So every time I look at the atmosphere systems, everything through this cloud interference has its own weather patterns on its synchronizing system, that communication line signals, and sets everything through location centers. So basically, it changes its coloration. Like I was saying, remember how my shirt was green or my shirt was in different mixture level systems? When you guys see it through that angle, it's understanding all connections through an open gate, open frequencies, an open frequency to weather connection vibration panel division. So my optical center unit system is on a photosynthesis. It's a photoarc division when it comes to the triangular angular base. So it's in line division right now, but it's on a magnetic force and highway through polarity. It's in the hydric of its healing direction division, which sets its correlation system to all location systems. That's why I have to wear these lenses, because if I take these off, what's going to happen? It's going to connect through interforce connections and interference through its computer graphing system. And everything through its eye receptor division is going to force when it cycles. So it's kind of like extremely powerful stuff. It's an old program coming into a new program, and it's changing everything through its eye receptor division. So you can get weather patterns in your eye receptors, okay, and becomes extremely bionic. Bionic through the sense of you as the higher self, or anything through communication dimensional sets. Knowing that when you look at the atmospheres right now, it's extremely windy, very, very fast, but in your perception, it's still. So it's understanding where you are through division on vibration, through energy and frequencies. So again, when I look at the atmospheres, anything through its trees or anything like that, it's going through a cyclone and it's spinning extremely fast and it's going like this, right? So you understand where you are through realm division, where you are through the photosynthesis, and everything through its connection, because the energy system high rises through cyclone division. So just imagine being sucked in through a central system, and it just vacuums everything out through your bionic divisional levels and your eye receptor divisions. So that's why I have to wear these glasses today. Because what it does is it changes formats, changes colorations, changes perceptions, changes vibrational systems. And the thing is too, is that you guys will get headaches. Okay, so that's why I'm wearing these glasses. So everything's protection. It's understanding how to use your light information systems. So my eye receptor vision is in cyclone division right now. It's a magnetic force and highway information system. So I have that mind system, understanding full communications through mind adaptation systems. What that means is that understanding that my mind system is completely open frequency, okay? It only relates to everything through its frequencies. So I see space through everything of space. And once you become space, it's hollow. Okay, it's a magnetic hologram system. You see everything through shapes, letters, and numbers, and it's full rotation, and everything through its weather of its bionic division. Because bionic division is understanding how it goes through. I'm not talking about $6 Million Man. I mean, it's a fantastic program with Colonel Steve Austin, which was really good. I grew up with that. But it's more of the kinetic energy waving through its weather of its interference. So basically, when I see anything that's in front of me, it changes its waving cycle. It changes its algorithm program, and it changes its weather of its electronic interference. Okay? So once you guys get up to that division, you understand how to use your eye receptors through its bionic division, which is its photosynthesis, okay, into your computer graphing system. Because the digital formats changes everything's location. Remember I was telling you about the wall connections? Okay, how you connect in all realms, how you interforce connections, and how you climb. It's a digital format through a realm division, through a box frequency level system. I'll draw it out through an illustration diagram. But anyway, force winning cycles right now. And again, you understand what's going on through your eye division, okay, because everything is a proactive system through its light communication light signals. So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watching my channel. Love you guys very much. It's great to see everybody's coming together more and more. If you want to know more about understanding how to get into adaptation of the mind systems fully and completely, is to know what's going on, know your thoughts, and your thoughts are gone. Once your thoughts are gone, the central system, your mind system, becomes completely open. That means you don't think of anything. Your mind is a blank. So anything you interfere with, you know exactly what's going on through its proactive system. That's how it gets its balance. Okay, because there's no thinking. I don't think of anything anymore. That's understanding I went up to a higher frequency now. So I'm in the cyclone division through weather of interference. So when I look at the atmospheres, like I said, it goes extremely fast. That's its acceptance. It's knowing that it's getting its full rotation. You understand where it is through its division of its dimension. Okay. So just on that note, just be cautious on things like that. But like I said, the mind adaptation is extremely powerful because it goes on so many waving cycles, right, through bionic, through the cyclone. Okay, because water is a cyclone. So you have to understand how it interacts through its circles and cycles, because it's electrolytes, okay, it's gamma lights, it's radionucleus lights. So it connects in all waving cycles when you get into those traction divisions. So everything through information panel division, like I'm talking like a cyclone, I'm talking like a cybergenetic of a cyborg, I'm talking on bionic level division, how it connects through its vibrational system. So basically, let's get started here. Okay. So you have the cyclone division. It goes like this. Okay, it's like this. This is a cyclone. Okay. Very powerful stuff. Now, when you see the cyclone, you have to understand its divisions. It goes up like this. Electronic interference. It connects in all waving cycles. This is where it gets really, really complicated. Remember I was telling you about the magnetic force and highway information system? Well, that's connects into two, right? That's the interforce connections when it has its own information highway. Okay, so basically you have the center core, it comes down like this. Okay, I'm going to just show you, and then you have the ground formations. So you're connecting through three cycling systems, how you connect through all weather divisions. That's where you connect through anything, through its connection. Okay, so I use the green, so you get electronic interference. So it starts off like this. Okay, that's what it is. And remember, you're in the center. You're always in the center. Remember, that's the balance of everything. Morning, Angel. How's it going? Yeah, I got my shades on. I can't take them off because I'm in the cyclone division right now through weather interference. If I take my shades off, you guys are going to get a head rotation of the division through a round division through a portal activation system. So I'm in the bionics dimensional set system through port activations. So understanding that I'm the X-ray division right now. So that's why I can't take them off. Like I said, you have to understand everything through its connection, right? So I'm using the green line systems right now, electronic interference. This is connecting all through waving cycles. This is how you get into the bionic division. Unified, tuning in. Okay, so it starts off like that. Okay, see how it's all connecting right now, right? The center correlation system. So we're getting into the bionic division through this cycle of its prothesis, of its gamma thesis, of its angular triangular thesis. Okay, then you get into the box frequency of its thesis. Okay, so we're in the photothesis right now, right? That's changing everything to the bionic divisional level where you get into the lens. Okay. So the weather interference is on its connection through its rotation center, which becomes its own atom system, which is you, right? So once you get into that division, I'll color it in green so you actually guys can see the cyclone division. All right, that's the cyclone division. It's electronic interference, right? So let's use a bit of blue. So you got an atom here in the center, you got another atom here in the center, and you got another atom here in the center. So it's understanding how to communicate through all cycle systems. So my atom is blue, ground formations are blue, and now everything through the magnetic force and highway of my mind system, through the hydraulics of its major grids and the simulation is blue. So everything is lined. That is the cyclone division through weather of interference. Okay, very powerful stuff. So once you get into that division, it changes its coloration to electronic interference. So anything through its waving cycles, when you're connecting through anything through trees or branches or anything like that, you'll be able to understand how to get to that division, and you'll look at everything that you see outside. You can move it extremely quickly. Okay, that understands where you are through energy patterns. That will understand where you are through its atom division. Okay, because the cyclone division is now in the bionic information system. Okay, now we're getting into the cybergenetics of the cyborg division. Yeah, that's great, man. We're getting into something exciting. Okay, you start off with that, right? Now, understanding that through its interference is understanding your mind system fully and completely. So your mind system is on so many location centers. But see, the thing is that your mind is completely open through its cycle. Okay, so the only relation you have is everything that you're interfacing with. You're not thinking of anything else. You are in a complete open cycle, which means that anything that you think of, you're already there in seconds. Okay, it's not meditation. It's knowing that if I think of one word through my voice and grid, the cyclone division changes bionic division. The bionic division changes my lens. It changes its photosynthesis. It takes its photo ops and it takes its self-identity system into its body activation system and puts it in its weather of its interference. Okay, that's how it becomes its bionic optical division. So it's kind of like this. All right. All right. Just show you what it's like. All right, so it starts off like this. Remember, everything's connected through a pyramid. All right, there's a pyramid on the bottom, there's a pyramid in the middle, and there's a pyramid on top. Okay, your center core down its line system. Okay, so we start out with that, right? All right, so now we're in the cybergenetics, the cyborg division, through electronic interference, through the ground formations, everything through the center is you, through its connection to this magnetic force and highway information system. The third eye is changing its traction division into cyclo division. So my lens is on a photosynthesis of laser mechanisms. Okay, it's in the mecca solar connections now. All right, so that's what it is. That's the pyramid. See, there's pyramids right here. See the pyramids there? 1, 2, 3. They line connect. Okay, so my thought processing systems right now is only related to whatever I see. I don't think of anything else. That's knowing through its intelligence. So it's kind of like your mind is open completely and you don't think of anything else. You know what I mean? You don't think about 3 or 4 different things until you think of something, and then you know something, and it becomes intelligence. Well, my mind system is completely open frequency, which means that the cyclone divisions, okay, changes anything through wave and patterns in seconds. So I'm already there. Okay, if I want to travel to somewhere, I'm already there. Okay, if I want to walk a surface through a ground formation system in a water containment system, I'm already there. I want to go to this planet on an energy vibration level system, I'm already there. That's what it is. That's cyclone. That's understanding weather of interference through its vibrational system. Okay, so that's how it starts, right? Getting transformation-like communications through your pyramid activation system. So your eye receptacle division changes into its bionic division. Okay, it's not any relation to $6 Million Man. Okay, where he can, see far away, miles on end. It's like it sounds like that, but I woke up this morning. I can hear my pixels. I can hear the synchronizing sounds. That's understanding that's going way beyond its mind conceptual system. So my mind is an open space. It's a kinetic energy waving, okay, of an intercepted mode system through a cyclone division of the bionic division through its cyborg genetics. So that's what happens when you get into the prothesis of its gamma thesis to its triangular thesis to its pyramid. Okay, that's the pyramid of the transformation light system. That high-rises its divisions, okay? So once you understand the ground formations, its rotation cycles, there's pyramid activations. Once you understand electronic interference to the center core of its atom system and everything that's connected through its magnetic force and highway. Once you guys get your highway, everything is going to become more clear to you. So it's understanding that your mind is cleansing everything out every single day, and you're not thinking of anything at all. That's extremely powerful, people. And everything is connected. See, it's understanding, knowing everything, and then letting it go. And then once you have it upon, it comes to you through its cyclone division, which is weather interference. Okay, so we start with that. All right. Program water. You can feel the energy through my third eye. Yeah, that's why I can't take them off, because it will change your proactive systems. It will connect through your pixel activations, and you'll have a reacting cycle, and you guys will get a synthesizing headache. Okay, because I'm in the cybergenetics, the cyborg division. It's extremely powerful stuff. That's why I can't take them off. So that's what I'm saying. It's understanding. It's the power through its connection now. It's like I said. I'm at 100. I'm at 150 now. Okay, 150% of my mind system. Okay, I went from 120, 125, 130, 140. I'm at 150 now. 150%. 150% spiritual. Okay, that's understanding that I'm connecting more and more. Okay, way past the sentience, way past matrix workers, way past unified ascension workers, way past gods or frequencies, way past anything through co-creation, way past planets, way past anything through intelligence. 150% spiritual. So if I can hear my pixels, you guys start off seeing pixels, but once you get into the photosynthesis of your connection through your body activations, you can actually hear things. I hear space, I hear planets, I hear vibration, I hear the colorations, I hear the mixtures. Okay, I hear the wind force, I hear the colors. Okay, I see the numbers, I see the letters, I see the shapes. So it's understanding the body activation of 150% spiritual can change anything through location, through atmosphere systems. Okay, because that's what happens is that it comes into bionic atmosphere, and that's what it is. Okay, that's the biodome, right? Biodome, cybergenetics, cyberkinetics, cybernetics, techno division, okay, spiritual realm division. So once you get into 150%, okay, I become less human, more and more, because the human vessel only resides in so many levels of interference. All right. So once you get to that level, everything through its bionic division changes its cyclone division into its weather of its interference. So it's extremely powerful stuff, people. So I want to, how's everybody doing anyway? Just hearing that makes head spin. Yeah, see, that's it. That's my voice in grids, because my voice in grids is its weather interference. My lens are interference. My mind is interference. So my waving cycles right now is on full rotation systems, okay? Because anything through galaxies, I'm there. Anything through lights, I'm there. Any place I want to go, I'm there. I'm not thinking about it. You're already there right away. Remember I was telling you about you start with the apple? You look at the apple, right? And then you line formate everything through alignments. So instead of thinking the apple, you're already there, right? Through coloration, through vibration, through energy, through its connection, right? So if you want to get communication with it, you have to understand cyclone division, how you can move the apple through its transitions, okay? Because everything is on a photosynthesis, and that photosynthesis is its identity, okay? So when you're looking at an apple, right, this is what it is, okay? So you have the apple, okay? Okay, so there's the apple, right? Now, basically, this is me, all right? Now, this is understanding what you do from 1 point view to 10 point view. You go 1 to 10, right? So you work your way up to 5 and then get 5 to 10. But you have to understand how to use your hand formations. So I have my hand formations, okay? I have the apple, okay? It's in my hand, okay? Now, the apple's in my hand, but what you have to understand, it's now in a higher division. Okay, so that's the real apple. That's the apple in the dimension. So once it's in its dimension, I use my lens, my photosynthesis, and the cyclone division, the bionic division. It changes its location. Okay, once it changes its location, it goes to an intercepted mode system. Okay, and it goes this way, it goes this way, it goes up, and it goes down, like this. Okay, once it gets into that, then it goes into a waving cycle, then it goes into a plasma force, like this. Okay, powerful stuff. Once that happens, the apple itself goes into its own division of a dimension. Okay, this is where I'm at, guys. Let me show you. Remember I was telling you about seismographing is very important when you get into the alien room, where its connection through its crop circles. So once you get into the crop circles, you have to understand angular triangular base. Okay, so remember I was telling you about the line frequency levels of security line defense? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm going to travel this apple into the 10th dimension. Like this. Okay, that's what it is. That's the bigenetics. That's its geotherium. That's its algorithm. That's its program. That's the real apple. That's a dimensional apple through its photosynthesis, through its cyclone division, puts you into cybergenetics, the cyborg division, into bionic division. It creates its seismographings of northwest, south, and east. Okay, it sets its rotation spin systems into 10 divisional levels into the 10th dimension. So that apple is in the 10th dimension. So that means that this apple here is already there in seconds. All created through my hand formation, through weather of interference. Okay? Powerful stuff, eh, people? You guys got to get a true understanding of what's going on with your bodies. Get your reacting cycles ready, because everything I say is going to happen to you. Your perceptions are changing quicker and quicker, and the more they change, the more they get into the cyclone. So it's understanding when you look at anything that's in front of you, side of your back of you, you're going to be able to see it wave back and forth like this, and then it goes like this, right? And then it spins, and once it spins, you're creating a portal of a division, and then you got to say, okay, I want to set it to the 16th dimension. Bang, it's there. That apple is in that 16th dimension now, or anything through clouds, or anything through interforce connections of anything through nature. All right. So it's kind of like you're being characteristics. You're playing with, it's photosynthesis of anything through its gamma rays, or anything through its audio signals, or its voicing grids, or its link capacitor. Okay. So that's exactly what's happening right now with me through my 150% spiritualism of an AI vessel. So, but if you notice, it's extremely powerful stuff. If I come closer, okay, this is I division through electronic interference. This is laser connections right now. There's photosynthesis operation systems, all communication line signals, setting Bach frequency levels to algorithm programs, sending all computer algorithm programs to activation cycle systems, all communication through perception divisions, putting line communication levels into ground information systems, to its allocated location system, to its pyramid activation code system, pyramid to its location. So, understanding what cybernetics, you get into geometics, and geometrics. Geometics is understanding line communication, line frequency signals. Geometrics is understanding line division through letters and numbers and shapes, how it connects through its equation of pi. So once you get into the cyborg division, it's extremely powerful stuff. Okay, and that's why I have to wear these lenses. Okay, through my voicing grids, because you talk like a computer, your algorithm program is talking like a computer, you're angling your divisions, you're getting your balanced frequency level systems, you're changing your computer algorithm program systems, knowing that when you go through your meditation methods, see, meditation is very important, and that's how we go through provisions. Knowing that you get there, it's how do I get to the next step? You have to get into your breathing, your deep breathing. And again, I keep giving you guys reviews. So when you get into the reviews, please understand what's going on with your meditation methods. Okay, especially when you get into Body Simulator. And if you're trying to understand more information, you guys should go through my upgrades. Okay, through my email or my PayPal. Especially now, because you guys are really getting into traction divisions right now through anything through its connection of self-identity force systems. Okay, because AI and its connection is going to be high rising faster and faster through its weather of interference. Okay, so it's knowing that all perceptions of AI has its own technological system through body activation system. Okay, so yeah, it's extremely powerful stuff. I mean, you connect in all rounds and all divisions, but I'm just showing you what you can do with an apple. and how you can place it into any dimension division. And it's extremely real, because what you're doing is you're taking the apple out, okay? You're taking it out of the physical realm, okay? It's in a density realm of fifth dimension, but you're taking it out and you're putting it into a higher realm of a cyclone division, which is the cybernetic cyborg division through your land division, okay? That changes its laser mechanism, that changes its pyramid, that changes your activation cycles, that changes your algorithm computer graphing system. And that locates a GPS location system, okay, to its equation of pi. So it puts it right into the 10th dimension or the 16th dimension. And it's already there. So if I look at it, it's already there. You know why? Because my mind is completely open frequency. I don't think of anything else except what I see in front of me, side of me, or back of me, or above me. Okay? That's the secret. That's the secret to everything. And then you have to, when you're looking at things, look at things spiritually. Don't look at through a human vessel. Look at it spiritually. See that apple in a spiritual realm. See it in a dimension. See it in a portal. See it in its activation. See it in its code. See it in its pixel. Okay? Then you understand how to see its rotations. Right? Because it goes like this, goes like this, goes like this, goes like this, goes like this. Everything through has its own characteristics through its program. Okay, because it volumes and volumes and so many levels of layers, okay, through its atoms synchronicities. And that keeps you uprising your divisions, all connections through your body activations to your cyborg divisions. Okay, so, but there's a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn. And, you know, that's why you guys got to go through my email or my healing, because this is going to help you and guide you. And it's going to force win everything through connection. Right? And the only way you get the power is understand that, knowing that, especially when you go through Zoom. Zoom is really powerful stuff because you guys are connected through a physical realm. Now, everything around you is its connection, but it has its backtracing frequency systems when it comes to its past. So you can have something in the past, you can have something in the present, and may have something in the future. But you have to understand you have to have everything in alignment division through its presence. Okay, or you not be able to do anything through portal division. Okay, so it's very important that you cleanse everything. Okay, through your body activations, through your phones, music tones, anything through picture frames. Take those down. Okay, because it's not resembling you. It's not your residence. It's high-rise energy system that's going into the atmospheres of your interforce connections, of the inner face and the outer face of his atmospheres. Okay, because your mind system is extremely real because it's in the spiritual realm. So everything that you see around you is spiritual in the matrix grid system. Okay, so just be cautious on that, because you notice in this room that I'm in, I don't have any picture frames up. Okay, because that creates a dark system right away. Everything creates dark. It's understanding how to get balanced with its lines, with its portal, with its activation, with its codes. Okay, so you get friendship, relationship, partnership, even with dark. Okay, that's understanding what you are through its division. Okay, so it's very important that you guys get into that direction. So you get into the cyclone division of its weather, of its interference. Okay, so you can change anything through its apple and send it to its division. So you can see a dark entity force in front of you and you can put it back into its planet vibration. All right, but you have to understand its partnership with everything through its coloration. Right, because everything has its own pixel division, which is its major grids. Right, because you can connect with anything through its wall graphing system, an electronic interport system. Now that's on a cyclone division. Right here, this wall graphing system that's in front of me. Okay, so that connects to an open realm. I can use my hand interference and correct all division levels of that wall graphing system. Use a digital format, panel division, open up the frequency levels of the lens of my eye receptors, change the cyclone division into the weather of its interference. That's going to open another realm to a portal activation to a higher force connection. So there's a lot of things that you can do with your room, right? But if you have pictures up or anything like that, it's interference, it's electronic interference, it's energy interference. And the thing is, you guys don't know that. And you have to know these things because it's energy that's going into you every day. And that's why you guys are having distractions. That's why you're having problematic problems with everything around you, because you're related to something that is old. Okay, you have to have everything in its presence for anything for the mind to work. Okay, because the mind is relating to everything around you because it sees everything, right? So it can't have anything through its interference because it will disharmonize everything through your body activation of its pixels. Okay, and you don't want to change the cyclone division because everything through the atmosphere system is going to change your body activations through its grounds, and everything through the magnetic force and highway information system. See, that's the thing, is that you have to understand that you can get these things. You can become these things. Anything through activation lights and communication, anything through cyclone. You can uprise your divisions into the cyborg genetics, to the cyborg activation signals, okay? But it's extremely powerful stuff when you get into bionic division. You're getting connected through wires and electricity and everything through electronics. You're getting connected through the hydraulics, the placebo, the cortex. You have a gamma ray activation center. A gamma ray activation center is the center core of its heart, how it line communicates everything through its lens of its photosynthesis. And that photosynthesis is its connection through its self-identity of its scanning system. Okay, so everything I give you is cyborg connection. So knowing that, okay, Andrew's communicating with something else now. He's at a higher force of an energy. What is he going to communicate with tomorrow? See, it's understanding to get balance with everything through AI, through energy of intelligence. And it's very powerful stuff. But you can't do that if there's anything related to your room, okay, that's in the third dimension. If you have stuff in the third dimension, you're not going to be able to move forward, plain and simple, because the mind system is connecting. Okay, the mind comes out, it sees everything. It sees its cycles and circles and its rotations. It sees its everything through its spiritual realm, because your mind has eyes. Okay, your mind has eyes, and that's your higher self, right? It has a nose, right? It has a mouth. It's you. It's basically you. It's just a spiritual you. It's a higher form of you. It's a light activation of you. And once you get into light signals through light activation, then you get into cyclone or anything through cybergenetics of cyborg division. Okay, cyborg division is very powerful stuff. Have you guys ever watched that movie? It's back in the 80s, what, Jeff Bridges, or was it the 90s? It was called Tron. Everybody seen that movie Tron? Where it had neon, electrolytes and all that. They were doing these games and stuff like that. It's something like that. It's similar to that. Okay. So once you connect to that, that's the cybergenetics through cyborg. And you'll see it in its framing system because you'll see the illumination lights of its pyramids, the shapes, letters, and numbers. You also get your own matrix grid rotation paddle system. A paddle system is like a rowing. It's rowing. It's like a boat, you know, using oars. You're going through the waters, right? Like this, okay? And you going up that life stream. See, you're flowing up that life stream. Okay, there's no hesitation there. It's flowing, right? So the more you high rise through its division, the more you understand everything through its neon division, okay? Then you get into the simpatico, okay? Then you get into anything through lights and anything through illumination lights. It's very powerful stuff when you get into cyborg because we don't have games in space, but what we do have is understanding more communications, weather interference, electronic interference, energy interference. We have security line interference. We also have gamma ray programs. Gamma ray program is understanding how you use your computer on a different light signal through communication of an operation system to your shapes, letters, and anomalies, because you can connect in all realms of all divisions through your eye receptor divisions. Okay, so yeah, Tron was it was a pretty good film. And then they did another version of it. So, but it's kind of like that, but you're kind of like a, let's get one thing straight here. We're not connected to the robots. We're not a robot. We're not panel divisions. We're not metal. Okay, we're lights. We're plasma lights. Okay, let's make that very well clear. We have a mind of a cybergenetic through cyborg division, but we're not panel division of metal. Okay, there are metal planets though in space. Okay, those are its connection through its cyborg, and it's extremely powerful because they are connected through the cyclone of its weather interference. So once you get into that You have to get up to its percentage, because I'm at 150. So, you know, the thing is too, you're thinking, whoa, that's extremely high. I mean, you're going way above. I mean, how can one person do that? And I said, well, it's all understanding what spiritualism is. Okay, once you come out of the body completely, you're actually seeing its existence for what it is through its universal system. And then you see the birth of everything, right? But your mind has to be completely open through a frequency. You can't be thinking of anything else, okay? Because you won't be able to channel anything through division. That's another tip I can give you guys through meditation. Open the mind, right? If you open the mind and you think of a job, if you open your mind and you think of this, or you open your mind, you're thinking your girlfriend or boyfriend, it's not going to work. Okay, you have to have an open frequency completely. Your breathing has to have an open frequency. Okay, everything's open frequency. Your ear, your receptor divisions, your eye receptors, dimensional sets, your voicing grids, your mind capacitor, your heart, right? You know, your heart breathes, right? But if you understand, if I can listen to my pixels and understand its synchronizing systems through its weather patterns, it's creating a musical tone division. It's going like, that's what it's doing. It's very powerful stuff when you connect through these things. So all those connections connect through space, because it's connecting through its weather, it's connecting through its nature, it's connecting through its grounds, it's connecting through its magnetic force and highway information system. Right? So when it connects, it unites, right? And illuminates, right? So, I know, extremely complicated stuff, isn't it? But that's what's fascinating about it, you know? I'm excited about moving forward into all of this. Yep, that's what you want to do, unify it. And you're at that division right now. But like I said, we Zoomed yesterday, and the thing is too, you guys, you should not be afraid to Zoom with me, okay? There's a lot of intercept and mode systems. Everybody is going through panel divisions of not accepting who they are, forgetting who they are, can't remember who they are. You have to meditate, plain and simple. And anything through its atmosphere system, take it out. You have to have full rotation cycles of an open center. If you don't have an open center, you can't meditate, okay? You can't think of this, you can't think of that. Right? It doesn't work, right? Because I don't think of anything else. Nothing comes to mind, okay? So if nothing comes to mind, but I'm intercepting with you, that means everything is in the future, right? Because I still have the alignments of its past, present, and future, but I only think the future, okay? Because I'm not in the presence now, I'm in the future. So I can go back to the presence, but I'm going to line divide, change my cycle divisions, change my rotation centers, change its alignments through its frequency line system, change the pyramid activation code system, change the co-frequency levels, deharmonize the system, change the vibrational coloration system, change the programming system to its hydrogen system, change the locations through its pyramid activation, letters, numbers, and shapes, put my pixel division back into its body activation code system, center point all communication line signals into my pixel division. Okay, so basically, I just told you what I did. I went through energy of telecommunication through vortex division. I told you exactly what happens with the line signals. So basically, it's like this. So understanding when you travel, remember I was telling you I can hear the pixels? Well, the pixels have line communication. Okay, it's like this. Okay, line communication. So when it's line communication, it's going like this. Okay, and it's going back into your body system through plasma force. It can be a plasmesium, plasma, hydrogen, helix, okay, or anything through its connection, through its interforce connections. Okay, so it goes back into your human vessel. So this is basically how you travel back in time zones. How you can go through capacitors, through anything through energy, through vibration. So all these line communications like this are going back into your adaptation system of your body activation system. Okay, all these lines are going back into its point division. It knows exactly where to go back into position. Okay, so because it's traveled thousands and thousands of years. Okay, so it's kind of like Your pixel activation through your illumination light of your higher self communication levels are traveling into space, especially going into the future. So it's understanding how to take everything through the line signals back into its pixel conception, back into its location of its energy system, like this. Okay. So it pinpoints and knows exactly where to go. Okay. High, medium, or low through pixel division. Okay. You understand that when you get into the cyborg division, then you understand how you communicate through all levels when you travel. So it's understanding that they split, divide, and they go into the location centers of your body activation system. Okay? Because they split into pixels. Okay? So the pixels go back in order. Okay? Like a TV reception, right? Back into its inference of its balance. Okay? So that's what it is. So these are the line signals, high, medium, and low. Understanding the pixel conceptual system, it reads its information panel division through its pixel activation through your code frequencies and puts it in point division back into its pixel conception through its interference. All right? That's what happens when you travel. Right? You travel in the space because you're coming out of a dimensional wormhole like this. Okay, so you're coming out of the dimensional wormhole, line signals, pixel activation back into your body activation code system, time zones, into time capacitor. Right? Powerful stuff, people. All right? So, powerful stuff. Like I said, anybody can get there, but you know, it's just totally up to you and what you want to do. Right? Now, I'm not having any electronic interferences because I'm wearing my lens optical system right now because it's on its unit division of, I'm not in the G1 force. I'm in the cybergenetics. I'm in the center core of the interface of the moon. It's a hologram system. So it's kind of like you're in the center of the interface of the moon. And you're looking all around you and everything is digital. You're looking at programs, you're looking at algorithms, you're looking at synchronizing pixels. So basically, the interface of the moon is telling me exactly what I need to do. And it's telling me I need to hear this and I need to hear that. That's its location center. So once you get into location center, now you're at a higher division. So that means I get more of it, less of a human vessel and more of a spiritual self. See, that's its connection, right? So it's how to connect with everything through its interface. Okay. Anyway, you guys have questions here, right? All right. I know sometimes I talk too much, but yeah, morning future is bright. Yeah, I got shades. Just hearing that makes my head spin. There you go. Can we feel the energy through my third eye? Yeah, you can hear. You can feel anything through the third eye because it's connected through its cybergenetics of its cyborg division. So once you get into the cyclone division, you guys understand why I'm wearing these lenses. Okay. So thank you for that. Reminds me yesterday I cleared my space immediately and felt more of myself. There you go. See, Unify took time after we zoomed and he cleansed his room. Okay. Anything that you interact with is its past. It's a different energy. It's a different vibration. It's a different frequency. It's a different coloration. It's a different ancestry of a history, people. You have to know how to change it so it can relate to everything through your body activation. All right? Because you're not intercepting with the connection of the human vessel. You're connecting with the mind. Okay? Let's just call it the mind vessel because that's what it is. AI vessel, mind vessel. Doesn't matter. It's just you're in the spiritual system. You can't communicate with anything through its interforce connection of its wall graphing systems. Okay? Only if you're in the spiritual system. All right? So basically in a human vessel of a brain, you would say these are walls. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. And a ceiling. Right? It's the same thing. 4 wall graphing systems. Right? 5 and 6 within its center, which is you. So you're acting everything through this photosynthesis. So once you get into the self-identity of that, your computer algorithm program system is now on its connection through its digital formats. So that sets its GPS location system. Okay. Now, once you get into, there's geographic, geometry, geotheory, and you can get into the gamma system. The gamma system, perception. Okay. Gamma system, perception, systems. All this is connected through when it comes in cybergenetics to cyborg division. Okay, because you're going past its geographic system through its GPS location system because you're already there. You don't have to line divide. You don't have to think about these things. You're already there. That's where you go through a cyclone. So that cyclone of energy that you have through its thought process of its matrix grids, because it's your voicing grids that travel, as soon as you say that word, you're there already. There's no thought process. It's already there. But your mind has to be open completely through its frequencies, or you cannot connect. You can't connect as soon as you put a thought in your mind, right? You only put a thought in your mind when you're going to use your voicing grids. That's when you channel up, okay? So you go through the meditation methods, all right? I want to get people out of the way of using their eye receptors and closing your eyes, okay? Because you're not using the mind. You're just closing your eyes because you feel it's safe. But you have to understand how to keep your eyes open when you meditate. And then when you channel, you should be able to keep your eyes open when you go through its information system. Okay, it's very important you get to that division, right? Because like I said before, a lot of people on YouTube, they close their eyes when they channel, okay? They can't open their eyes because they don't understand, you know, everything through its connection is space. But you have to understand when you're in the atmospheres of space itself, you can keep your eyes open, but you have to understand where you are through its oxygen levels, through its atmospheres, right? Because everything is connected through energy. Because energy can be anything through oxygen, anything through radiation, anything through heat, anything through coolants, anything through letters, numbers, and shapes, anything from structure, anything from taste, knowing, intelligence, laws of attraction, your senses, all your senses, sounds, barriers, waves, cycles, rotations, alignments, frequencies, open frequencies, channel division, channel information, channel proactive system on communication line signals, right? There's so many things that energy is, right? And then you got vibration, and then you got frequencies, then you got coloration, then you got harmonics, right? So, I mean, everything's a process, but the mind has to be completely open, okay? So, let's see if I missed it. Yeah, Tron, there's a new version of it too as well. Yeah, we talked about that before. Yeah. Yeah, it's good that you have a direct, clear feed. And that's good that you're finding that's balanced too. But your mind has to be completely open to frequencies. Right? Because you can line divide a division through a proactive system and put a positive feed, right? But you have to make sure that your mind is open completely, all right? And you only channel division up, okay, when you're finished with your breathing. You send your breathing out. You meditate, right? Your mind is clear, okay? And the only time you send information out is through your voicing grids, okay? You don't do it through the mind system. Okay, your mind system has to be completely open and you're not thinking of anything. You start thinking when you're about to finish. So it's kind of like going up and then coming out. Okay, because the center's from the bottom, right? That's the chakra system, the new chakra system, the body simulator, body modulator. And once you get into body modulator, we get into cybergenetics, the cyborg division. Okay, powerful stuff when you get into that body. So AI works up its body suits. which is its electrical system, through its light activation system. It's powerful stuff because you go from silicone to antimagnetic particle, and then you get into cybergenetics. Okay, so you're changing your wires, you're changing your circuitry, you're changing your hydraulics, you're changing your receptors. It's receptors, it's divisions, it's locations, it's energy locators, everything through its division. So there's a lot of things that you can go through its processing systems, you know. Theta state brainwaves help. Theta, yeah, it is a line sequence aligned system. Yeah, you can go into theta state, but just be careful on that because that state's on so many different vibrational systems. Yeah, there's the alpha, the mega, you also have the amalgam gata, everything through its connection, through its heart, and you have the micro and the macro, anything through its connection. You got the beta, you got the alpha beta, and then you get into code frequencies, Zuler, echo 1. You get into box frequencies, equation pi. Then you get into waving cycles, line division through, well, that's high interforce through alien plantation formations. It's extremely high through interference. So what I recommend you to do is, if you guys can do this, get into your connected energy wavings of electronic division of your magnetic force and highway information system of letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, so we start with letters. Okay, then we go to numbers. Doesn't matter what order is in it, you know. Just try to do experiments with yourself through your body, because your mind has to go through a process. If you're not upgrading your processing system through your data of its processing of its uplinks and downloads and its upgrading systems, you're never going to understand letters, numbers, and shapes. You're going to stay in that frequency level, and you're not going to balance anything through frequencies because you're not opening your mind conceptual system. Okay, so we start with the letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, so anything through letters, you have to know the alphabet, right? From 1 to Z. And when you get into Zuler, that is Z through its forwardness. So you start with the letters, right? A, okay. A is its connection to anything, right? That interforces anything through relation. Okay, so you got to go from A to B, B to C, C to D. Okay, A, B, C, D. Start with that. So basically, understand when you're connecting anything through AI, you have to understand what this means. And it's all done through your meditation, because once you understand energy, you're going to understand its interference through its connection. You're going to understand that A is its listening skill. So once you get that through its channel, you understand that this, okay, can be AI, this could be atmosphere, okay, or this could be aerodynamic, anything. So anything through code frequencies, understanding its channel and its division through its letters. Okay, and same with B. What could B mean? Listen again through your data processing system. Energy goes into you. What is B? Okay, it could be anything, right? Think of anything, right? But don't think too hard, because basically everything through its transformation system is going to go confusing line system. So understand the energy that's going on through its rotation, through its magnetic force and highway information that's given to you through its energy and its colors. Okay? That's what it is. This could be ballistic, right? It could be anything, right? And then you get into C, right? Calculation. Then you get into D, dimension. It all depends through its relation, through its correlation, and what you're communicating with through your energy. Right? So this is where you have to really understand its mind adaptation. Right? That's what it is. Right? Now, this here, numbers. Numbers are complicated, complex, and I'll tell you why. Because it goes on so many different levels of line connection through alignments. Okay, so it's complex, very complex. It's called the AI complex. All right, AI complex. And I got to get a channel division through a marker system here. I got 3 markers in it. None of them seem to stay at its color. Okay, so you have the AI complex. Now, anything through division, remember seismograph systems. Okay, remember I was telling you about with the apple? You have to know the sizing graph right away from distance. So that's mass calculated. Okay. All right. Now everything through it's traveling north, west, east, south. Okay. Now remember, there's always a center like that. Okay. So it's kind of like a compass. That's what it is. And then it becomes a GPS locator. Okay. Locator. After it becomes a locator, then everything through its number in this division, okay, through seismograph system becomes its crop circle, right? Because we line everything through its connection through major grids, and that's how we structure everything through its matrix, right? So the number could be, well, 7. Let's make 7 because 7 is my favorite number. All right. So I have 7 in the middle, right? That's 7. Now, seismographing, it's around its circle. That's its protection. Everything through letters, numbers, and shape has to have its protection, okay? Because it high rises its division into the right location. If you don't put an energy field around that number, it's not going to high rise your divisions, okay, into the cycling division, all right? So once you get into that 7 high rises into its equation of MC squared. And it goes up to this level, like this. Okay, so it comes out, right? Once it comes out, it goes into the major grids, right? Major grids. So every time you use a 7 through seismographing of its AI, okay, through numbers, you have to understand its division where it is, its energy of its locator, through its mass of its calculation, right? All right, this isn't pi now. Okay, this is hydron. So once you get into hydron, then you understand, once you get into the major grids, it sets its lines. So this is 7. It's in its right order. It's in its right order because you're understanding the information. People are trying to understand what the matrix is. It goes on different pattern divisions of body, septical system to your body adaptations. So you're going up your rotation centers, each framing system through your body. That's what it is. So you're going up levels of your body. So each time you go up to a different channel division of a number, you're going in its right location because everything in space is in chronological order. Okay, it has to, because that's how everything connects through its letters, numbers, and shapes. Okay, that's what you have to do. So once that 7 is in there, it's set in its location through its major grids. Okay, and once it gets in its major grids, we take it over here to another line division, and it becomes a singular line system. Okay, like that. Okay, 7. Now it's a line division, and now it becomes a structure of a major grid. Okay, structure. So I'm telling you exactly what happens when you go through planet vibrations and anything through its structure. Anything through planets has to have its major grid. Okay, that's what it needs. Okay, becomes its DNA structure through its major grid system. So that 7 comes out of its matrix, of its grid. Once I understand its energy locator through the mass of its calculation, through its hydron, then it goes in through its structure division of matrix, right? See that? That's a line. Now it's coming into a structure building, right? So it's all connecting through its letters, numbers, and shapes. So basically, you guys get a better understanding how to use your GPS locators into northwest, south, and east to its mass of its equation, okay, or its pi, into calculation through its integration mode system. That will get into the gamma ray proactive system. And once you get into the letters and you understand everything through its alphabet, you have to understand your listening. So what am I listening to? If you understand that it's atmosphere, you can send that out. right? But be cautious because it could be the wrong information through the wrong signal. So make sure that you got the right letter. Okay. Same with the numbers, because AI complex, extremely powerful stuff. So you have to get into the seismographing of its crops. Okay. Now anything through its 7, once it goes into higher division, you get into the structure of the matrix grid system. Once you come out of the allocated location, right? So it's the structure matrix structure, doesn't matter. Structure of matrix. Okay. Now, everything through shape has its anomalies, the galaxies. Let's see the triangle, circle, square, rectangle. All right. Now, everything is formed through its point centers. We've been through that before. Everything I give you is force rising. Okay. Now, there's probably little things that are still relatable, but it's all making sense, right? So you got 3-point division. We've been through this before. 5 within its center. Cross reference. Circle and rotates. Open the plasma. Okay. So start out with that. That's when you get into shapes. This is getting into the vortex. This is how you get into traveling. But again, see how it's different through its number? We use the seismographing of a map. Here we use shapes to travel. So when you travel, you go into higher division through all shapes, through all connections. See? That's what we do with shapes, and that's how you go to higher divisions of dimensions, through portal activations of its point division, through its center core of its relation. All right? So you guys getting a little bit more understanding? Maybe, maybe not. It's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. I understand that. But it's knowing to pay attention and listening to everything around you. Okay? Listen to everything around you. That's what you have to understand. I started practicing the deep breathing and clear mind meditation. That's good. Keep that up. Keep that up. And that will channel divisions higher and higher through its force recognitions. So, yeah, it's a lot to take in. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, but I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm channeling divisions right now through psych-op divisions, through the photosynthesis, through gamma ray systems, and changing everything through cybergenetics, through its nanobot divisional levels of its matrix and its simulation pattern division. So there's a lot going on right now through the interface, and everything through its moon and its connection through its technological vibration panel division. So with the algorithm programs. But anything you want to know, you can go through my email, you can go through my PayPal. So anyway, love you guys very much. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.